What is up, everybody? Long time no see. Thank you for tuning in to another video. Since this is a longer one, I'll cut the intro short. Basically, just wanted to take a look at some travel folios today, Passport A5 variants. Bellroy has been a brand that I've used in terms of their folios for quite a while out of Australia, and recently a new company designed folios out of Canada, my home country, called Skyborne. And one of the interesting things with this company is that their folios have a built-in wireless Qi charging and wired charging built into the folio. So I wanted to kind of pit these two together, their Passport and their A5 variants, and see how they stack up and see which one I preferred, see what you guys might prefer, and if you'd be interested in a really cool leather folio that has built-in wireless charging. So without wasting any more time, let's hop into this video and see a comparison of the Bellroy branded folios versus Skyborne. Let's get to it. Let's definitely get to it.
So here we have a nice little look at the entire lineup, both the Skyborne and the Bellroy travel wallets and folios side by side. And as you can see, quite a difference in size between the travel wallets here between Skyborne and Bellroy. Lovely leather. I'm a big fan of the wax finish on the Skyborne. It feels really robust, really nice in the hand, really high-end metal zippers. Same here on the Bellroy. They have the premium environmentally certified leather. Not as nice, in my opinion. It doesn't have that wax finish. And as you're going to see here, this hasn't been heavily used, and there's some scuffs and scratches and healing off, as you can kind of like scraped off on the leather there. Whereas on the Skyborne one, it does actually feel much thicker in the hand. They actually say it's 0.8 to 1 millimeters in thickness. Now, I don't really know how much the Bellroy one, how thick that one is, but based just strictly off that hand feel, it doesn't feel like you're going to have that peeling issue on the Skyborne, which is nice. I'll crack and open the iTravel Wallet 2.0 at the bottom here. That's on the site what they say this can hold. This does come with the pen, which is nice. It does have a slot here, a little pouch for headphones or earbuds, two separate slots for SIM cards or memory cards, and I'll get into the battery later. This does come with a 5,000 milliamp battery at the back, but it does have a spot to put your phone, two pouches at the front, and spots for your business card. Now, underneath here, I'm guessing this is where you'd want to put your passport initially, and there is a zippered slot where if you want to put another passport or cash or coins. But as you can see, just a lot of space, a lot of options for how you want to build this out, and that's always nice to have those options. So just to give you an idea, here is an iPhone 13 Pro sitting on the back. You don't have to put it back here. You can put it in front. But if you were to use this, as you can see, this is probably the biggest you want a phone to be. It's kind of pushing it to the max there. And again, this pouch for headphones, these are AirPod Pros. I'm not sure what variant of headphones you're going to want to put in here, but the Pros probably aren't going to work. As you can see with this phone pairing, it kind of blocks everything off. In terms of the Passport, you have a couple options if you want to put it at the back in here. Tons and tons of space. As you can see, you could still put a ton of stuff, cash, whatever you want. This zippered compartment technically is for cash and coin, but again, if you wanted to put your boarding pass or your passport in here and have it a little bit be more safe and zip it up, no problem. Everything fits in there. The zipper does take a little bit of moving, so just to make that clear, it is kind of stiff in the beginning. Passport at the front can fit in these slots, like a little bit of quick access. But again, when you put things in here that have some height, it's going to block off access to those slots if you want to use it for debit cards or business cards or credit cards. So just to give you an idea, this is what you're going to be working with the Skyborne travel folio. All right, so hopping into the Bellroy travel folio. At the bottom, again, some stats from the website on what this holds. This does come with this mini pen here, which you would use to kind of fill out when you're coming into a new country. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots in total at the front. When you pop open the back here, this is you keep extra cash or boarding passes, and here are some little hidden slots, these little fabric spandexy slots there. To put stuff. Otherwise, you have one more spot at the back here. So a lot of compartments, very basic, nothing crazy. So we'll see what we can kind of put in here just to give you an idea. Again, how you want to pack this out will be up to you. This front first slot, you can put a passport in there, no problem. It fits in very easily. These other 3 slots are shallower. So again, what you want to put in there, in terms of what would fit in there, I'm not sure. Credit cards, business cards, but the back, also opportunities to put your boarding pass or your passport if you'd like. This thing that fell out here, it does come with an extra ink cartridge, so you'll be set with the pen. But again, multiple spots, these little spandex slots, shallow, as you can see here. You're not going to be putting anything tall in there. So what you're going to want to use them for, up to you. One spot for a SIM, not 2. The Skyborne had 2, but just 1 there. It is RFID protected. And yeah, just a lot of opportunity to kind of your basic packing of a Passport Folio. If you want to put a phone in here, here's the 13 Pro again. It can fit in there if you want to sit it in there. Really, I'm just trying to give you an idea of how things would fit. Everything zips up fine. How you want to pack this out, everything's going to be up to the person traveling. But we'll take a look at that leather here again. As I said, it is much thinner. It does show wear, little scuffs and peeling and scraping. In the back here, it is fabric lined, so a little bit more robust there in terms of those little elastic spots. And yeah, overall, it's a really well built. I'm not as big as a fan as this. I like the Skyborne better, but again, here you can see that like scraping and peeling. And I don't travel much, so it's just I'm shocked that it's peeling already. But just keep that in mind. Much thinner leather. And one more look with some cash in there. Not that you need to see it, but you have a lot of options. You can put your boarding passes, you can put your cash. Both of these folios will hold everything you need in terms of traveling. It's very nice and compact. Now stepping into the A5 folios, much closer in size versus the Passport folios. But again, that nice wax finish calf leather on the Skyborne. Same heavy duty metal zippers. Same again, premium leather. Same idea as before on the Passport folio. I mean, literally the exact same in terms of the quality of materials on either or, just a larger size with different types of compartmentalization. As you'll see here, just offers more versatility. Both of these come with a little A5 notebook. Comes with the pen. Again, on this one, you get a nice metal pen. And right off the jump, we're just going to go into the compartments here. You have a spot for your phone, some spots for your business cards or credit cards. And at the bottom here, if you want to plug your phone in, there's a little opening to plug in your phone. Another ill-equipped earbud pouch. Not a fan of that, unfortunately, on either one of these. We have a slot in the back here, just a little opening if you want to put an iPad or if you want to put the little folio notebook in there as well. And then another pouch at the back, another opening to put the same on. A cool thing on this one is it has this little mechanism here where if you open it up, you can put your phone in here. And if you're like working away, you could set your phone up and watch a video or whatever you're doing. It's just a little Velcro spot. As you can see, you just kind of open it up and you angle those little knobs and you will set your phone in like this. And I just thought that was cool. A little extra added feature that makes this unique. And it's always nice to have some uniqueness when it comes to folios. Here we have the notebook again, just to show you the size. This is an A5. Obviously, it would fit that. This is an iPad mini, which fits perfectly in these folios. Very similar in terms of size to the notebook here. A little bit shorter and thinner, obviously. But if you want to keep this in the back pouch here, you can slide it in here. And it's a tight fit. So I don't know if you want to keep any of your electronics in there in just case of bending. But if you needed to, you can slide it in there. It can obviously sit on the front and fits perfectly fine. It fits the Apple Pencil. If you want to swap out the pen for the Apple Pencil. Cool. There is an actual magnet on the side, so you can have both. As you can see, the metal pen can sit there. It's stuck to the iPad now, but let's put that back on here so you can see. You can actually have both, which again is just nice. A little feature here, nice to have, and you can have everything side by side in one succinct, compact spot. Show you again what type of headphones you want to use. I have no idea. I think this is one of the downsides. This is like an ill-placed and equipped little feature. I'm sure some headphones will fit in here, but user experience will vary because obviously the pros don't fit. Maybe the regular AirPods will fit. They're a little bit more taller and narrow, but you're not going to get the pros in there. iPhone 13 Pro again, probably you could get a little bit of bigger phone, maybe the 13 Pro Max, but again, I think the 13 Pro is a good representation of the size of phone you want. Nothing bigger than that, really. I think otherwise it's going to cause just some cumbersome experiences. This one also comes with a battery, but I'll get into that at the end of the video. Both the Skyborne variants have a power bank feature. Yeah, so I'll try to pack this out here so you can see with everything in there, the phone, the notebook, and then if you want to put the iPad at the back, I would probably put the iPad inside, but it fits, and as you can see, just a lot of opportunities to have a nice carry for a folio. Now taking a look back at the A5 Bellroy Folio. Does come with a little notebook here with the Bellroy one. Unfortunately, Bellroy is going to make you pay for the pen, and the pen can be quite pricey. It is a higher quality pen than the Skyborne one. This one is going to cost you extra if you, in fact, want to buy it, sadly. But a little slot to keep a pen, little quick access slot at the front here. And if you pop the back portion open here where there's that crease, here there's a little flap with two elasticized compartments similar to the folio, that little elasticy material, and two more elasticy materials in there for compartments. On the back, you also have a spot to put an A5 notebook or an iPad mini, and no other spots on the back or the front to place anything. But let's take a look and see how we could pack this out. Everybody is going to do this in their own way, but I just kind of want to show you the different options here in terms of items you might put in here. Another A5. It's a shallow spot here, so you're probably not going to use that. I tended to use this for like checks. Not that people use checks much anymore, but it is like a short, shallow spot. These also don't have a lot of depth to them, as you're going to see here. I'm going to put the pen there. So most likely business cards, credit cards, debit cards, you're going to get that kind of depth. So that's probably what you're going to use that for, most likely, if you're going to use that for things. You're not going to be able to fit headphones. There's no real spot to put earbuds in here. Too thick, and they'll just flop out, as you'll see. So keep that for business cards, credit cards, that sort of thing. Now, in terms of using this for a phone, again, you have two options. You have both sides here that both can fit a device if need be. So you could carry up to two. But again, the Pro is probably the biggest phone you're going to want to put in here. It's not made to have super tall phones like a Sony phone or super tall Samsung phones. This is just the 13 Pro. So you're not even going to get a Pro Max in here. Otherwise, you're going to kind of get that cumber. It's going to hit the pen, and folding it's going to be an issue. iPad will fit fine. Again, since it's spec'd smaller than an A5 notebook, it's going to fit. You can either put it in the back. There's a lot more room in this one. It's not as tight if you want to hide it away under that little compartment. It can kind of push on this side as well if you need it to. But again, if you use it on this side, you're going to lose access to the little pouches on the bottom there. This is definitely a more traditional A5 folio for your notes and pens and stuff like that. Very straightforward. But just keep in mind, again, that kind of like scraping issue, like similar to the Passport Folio. The leather on the Bellroy variants of these folios are quite thin. So I'm not sure over time how these are going to age if you use them a ton. And now the biggest selling point for Skyborne for me is this power bank that is built into both of these folios. It is a 3-in-1 Qi wireless charging capable. Little spot here, if you press this button, it's going to show you the capacity left in the battery. Another button here to pop open this slot for wired charging. They do kind of give you adapters to remedy all USB-C, iPhone, and unfortunately, it is micro USB there. But on the front of this folder is where you have your Qi wireless charging pad. So to get it going, you just got to press this and make sure that lights up. I have a couple phones here so you can see. Here's the flip. The flip hits the spot much easier. So there is some wiggling around to find the perfect spot. As you're going to see here with the iPhone, I had to kind of move it around a little bit to get it lined up perfectly. But once you hit that spot, as you're going to see, everything starts working and you got your Qi wireless charge. And now we'll hop into the Travel Wallet 2.0. Crack it open. There is a wireless charging spot here where this little leather square is. And also via the back, you can have a wireless charge. But if you press this power button, that's going to give you how much you have left in terms of the capacity of the battery. So first, we'll just try to drop on and use that Qi wireless charging. Again, it does take some lining up into their specific spots. You have to make sure that you press this button, obviously, make sure that's on, similar to the other one. But once you get it all lined up, you will get some Qi wireless charging. We'll just pop it on and off again to show that once that's turned on and you get it lined up properly, you will get some Qi wireless charge. And then finally, like I said, they do give you that all-in-one because sadly they made it micro USB. Very dated, but they do give you this adapter that will give you that 3-in-1 universal charging if you want it wired from the back.
All right, so there you have it. A little comparison between Bellroy and Skyborne folios. A suggestion, if I had to make a suggestion to you guys on which ones I think are the better buy, I'm truly split on this one. It's a tough call. I mean, Skyborne has some benefits. Bellroy has some benefits. If we're going to talk about Skyborne, they're going to be a cheaper and more affordable. And I don't want to say cheap as in cheap materials, because I think actually the Skyborne Folio is a better build quality, whether that's leather or stitching. But you're going to come in at a lower price point, between 50 to 80 bucks, depending upon your currency conversion. You're going to be saving that across whether you want to get the Passport Folio or the A5. And the fact that you're getting a better built folio at a lesser price point, that is huge. And you add into the fact that it also has that battery bank. That's a benefit at a lower price point. Like, you're getting all of that at a lower cost. So to me, that is a win. Speaking on the battery pack, I will say, if you are interested in this for its charging capabilities, that is not what this is for. The maximum voltage of these are 5 volts in and out, which means it's going to be a slow charging thing. And it's 5,000 milliamps, which means you'll get a charge for your phone or a small tablet at a slow rate. So it's for a bind. If you're not using your phone, if you find yourself in a bind, this is something that'll get you to where you need to get to, but you're not going to replace a power bank with this. And I think realistically, this is something that you have just as an added bonus to a well-built folio. And that to me is something just I want to make clear to everybody out there. If you want this for that reason, that's probably not what this is going to do for you. A benefit of the Bellroy, you're going to get a lot of style choices, and I won't say a lot because I know they got rid of a colorway. I think right now they have this orange, they have a gray and a black colorway, but you're going to get some style choices and a little bit of a variety, whether it's with the Passport or the A5 folio. Unfortunately, with Skyborne, where this is going to take a knock, is it only comes in that brown cognac color that you saw in this video. They don't offer any other colorways. So that's something that for a lot of people might be a downgrade, because a lot of, that brown is kind of an old school, old man, maybe sophisticated look, and maybe it's tough to match stylistically for some people. So that could be a little bit of a knock. Other than that, I mean, I'm really split. They're both beautifully made, high quality materials. The usability of them all, they have a lot of compartments. Hold your passport, hold your phone, your pens, your cash. They're really, to me, two of the greatest folios that I've used and I've seen. There's a lot of leather folios out there, but I find the way that they're put together is kind of like clumsy and cumbersome. These are really clean and put together really beautifully. So I'm so split. I'm 50-50 split. I hope this video was a help for you. I can't tell you one or the other. I'm really split 50-50 on this one. And if you're interested in any folios, definitely take a look at these two really well-made folios by Bellroy and Skyborne. So with that, I'm out. Until next time, thanks again for watching. Be well, everybody.